Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the South Bay Syndicate. Today, we're going to be testing out Yoda Tarkintown, which was featured at the Seattle event. This was one of the newer decks that came out. Super interesting to watch. I've been playing with it a little bit. Really fun as a ramp up towards PQ testing in a few weeks. I thought this would be a fun one to try out to see how it works. Trying to take advantage of Ray obviously is a big card within this, but also as you get to the Yoda deploy, you have things like Sudden Ferocity and Galen Urso to shut down some of their plays and swing big with Yoda. You're also building your hand as time goes on, so you can see where the authority here can hit, where you get to do 1 damage for each card in your hand. Just a lot of different fun tools here. I thought it'd be fun to try out. We're going to jump up, aggressive negotiation. We're going to jump into some games and see how it goes.
Hello there.
And we'll start with a Luthen Data Vault. Nice to see some of the new leaders out there. I did get to play a bit of the old Yoda Red deck during the last set and really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to see what this looks like. We'll keep our hand here. I think Nemec is one of our best first turn plays, and we have some cards in case it gets killed to create the spy token. I don't know how much space this is going to play, but we're going to hold on to this for a minute just to see. And then I think we'll go here. No Ray to start, but see if we can draw into one. And we'll start with our Nemec. This will guarantee us some damage or a favorable trade. Okay, so in this situation, we do want to be careful because our deck does like to draw cards. So we really don't want this out here getting tokens. So we'll get Sentinel out, make them attack into hit, and then we can take it out. And then we can take advantage of Yoda's ability. See what we can draw off of that. I think either way, we're looking to trade here while keeping both of our units. And they are taking a lot of time thinking about what to do here. We also have Tarkintown. Okay. So I think what we'll do here, we will crash in. We'll get our readied spy token. We'll Tarkintown, Obi-Wan, and then take out the fleet. Which will still keep us with 2 units on board and have their board clear. And now we can take advantage of our ability. Okay, so we'll put this on the bottom. And I think here we'll either go Nemec Raid or we'll play the Warrior. Let's see what plays out here. I guess Fellow Dragon could be a good one in case they're holding pose. Wreckers, those types of things. Queen Amidala could come out. It'll be interesting to see what happens. They are definitely taking their time resourcing. I'd be interested to hear in the comments if anyone is trying anything different and fun, what you think is working out, what you're thinking of bringing to your PQs. It's definitely a fun season where everything is so new. We haven't seen any of the new leaders really pop out there. Still undecided on my end what I want to bring to the PQ. My son will be bringing Han 1 green, and then I'm debating between a number of different options. I think we'll go with the Itinerant Warrior here. And we'll just push damage to base. They'll be able to, in theory, trade the Karis in here. And then activate Luthen. Let's see if that's what they decide to do on the next turn. We actually can play Luke this turn, so this is turning out really well. We didn't need both, but not a bad draw at all. Once one of our units dies, we'll put the Luke on top, and then You're My Only Hope. And that should put us well ahead on the board. It also lets us think about doing some more favorable trades. We can keep the shield on our itinerant warrior, possibly, which could prove beneficial later. And if we are able to get the cadence right, we might be able to take the Luthen out this turn. I imagine their first attack is with Yep, that's what I thought. With the Karis, because it allows them to kill both of these. Nope, they didn't like that. I thought that was the right play. But maybe they want to go after the shield here. I don't know. Yeah, because I think they go after the shield because they're thinking about how to do a trade here. So we're going to trade this. Now, if they deploy Luthen, I think we kill the Sabine so that they can't get the trigger off. And then we're still waiting. It does kill the Luke ability. Like, you don't get as much value out of it. So depending what they do here, we might decide. So I think what they're thinking is they crash in. They'll get to do 2 damage. So we're actually going to hit the Luthen. This will let us kill it with Luke and make sure we're getting maximum value here. Otherwise, they would have just been able to trade in Sabine, and we would not have been able to activate Luke to kill Luthen. So let's see what they decide to do. Yes, they can take out both of these, but we're less worried about that. And we'll put the Luke on top. And maybe we get lucky and they play a Poe here. Nope. Okay. We're less worried about the Luthen than the K2 swinging and getting Luthen's activation to do 6 total damage. So we'll actually do this here because the Hammerhead will take out Luthen on the next turn. Okay. They decided to pass and take the initiative. So maybe they have an immediate answer here. Something like a Wrecker or a Timely Poe out of hand. Also a Timely something that does 5 damage, because then they'll be able to activate Luthen. Or just that. That's fine. And their leader's off the board, and we're going into our Yoda deploy here, feeling pretty good. We don't necessarily need the Onlars, though getting the engine up might be important. So I think what we're going to do is get these all out. Maybe they'll play something. So that's the perfect card, because it'll allow us to kill it to set up Yoda, possibly. And we're going to stall out so they don't have a readied unit. Then we're going to hope to top deck something that's 4 or more. And if we don't, we'll still be able to take out their spy token. We do not. So I think what we're going to do here, we will put this on top. We'll flip. We're going to Let's see. No, we'll trigger it actually. We'll trigger it so that we can start pushing in, and these are some nice cards here. Oh, we might end up. They played a fell out of aspect. Okay, the chances they also have a rival's fall out aspect are probably pretty low. So we're probably sudden ferocity on the Yoda because they could take out the hammerhead. We're feeling like we're in pretty good shape here. We could have aggressive negotiation here with 8. And then the 7 from Yoda and the 2 from here is actually lethal. And I do think this game is over. But we wait on our opponent to make a decision. Okay, so we will actually attack here first. Just because that is the thing that could most likely die. They'd have to ambush into it still. And there it is. And so that's why you make that choice. Make sure you get your damage in. And then we aggressive negotiation. Now this is lethal. If they somehow heal a little bit here, we have the ferocity. They do not, and that's GG's. All right, good first game. Really controlled the board. I think hit for some good damage. And we will go again.
Hello there.
And we get a Revan Blue Force. Definitely trying to hit its combo to get double shield, double token on 2 Sith units. So we'll be on the lookout for that. One of the nice things about Yoda is even if they're able to pull that off, if we're holding something strong enough, we can at least kill one of them. Definitely another reason to hold a couple of these. So these are a couple of really great cards. We're going to keep. And then we'll start to build our board here. I would like the 3PO. Second game with no Ray to start. That's just how it is. These are going to come in handy later, so I think they'll be key to us keeping control of the board and winning. So that's why we decided to resource in that way. Another. Okay, here we go. And there's a Ray. I think in this case we'll keep it in case we do start to get an engine for it. They're going to be able to generate the force here, which is going to set up some things we don't want to see. So what we're going to do to start is okay, we're just going to with that, I think we'll just clear the board. The Tyrannus will probably come in and clean this up. That's just the way it's going to be. This doesn't really matter. Okay. I'm trying to think through, are they going to play something big enough here? I don't think so. So this might be a bit of a lost turn to just the Karis, but we are going to be able to use Yoda's ability most likely, so we can see if we draw something else. There's the Tyrannus, as expected. I think they can give it... Oh, they don't. Okay. Couldn't remember how the tokens work. This might be a clearance for us here. I don't think we really want to deal with that. But let's see what we pull off the top. Okay. But yeah, so we will be able to maximize resources with that. And oddly, we might end up playing Ray here. Which is not really something we normally do, but let's see what happens. Okay. So we're trading out. Put Ray back on top. Play our shielded unit. And then we'll have the Rivals Fall for next turn to answer the Revan. We want them to get an attack in with Revan. I think we want to eliminate it before they have a chance to play out their Darth Malice that comes in ready. So I think we'll immediately kill this off here to start this turn. The other option is to see if they put an attachment on it. I'm not as worried about that, so I think I just take it out here. We have not done any damage to base yet. We're mostly controlling the board. We haven't seen a Luke. We still need to start thinking about what we want to name with Galen. They're going to have removal. Maybe they have Rival's Fall. Most likely they have Power of the Dark Side. Could have Super Laser Blast. A lot of things that do a lot of hurt to what we're trying to build. One thing for sure here, I think we, with the Itinerant Warrior, are going to attack into base. And the reason we're going to do that is so that we can set up the Yoda flip next turn by killing this unit. And no reason to just kill it off here and lose our shield. Okay. So the Axpos is okay for us. We're going to keep the Itinerant Warrior in hand to possibly flip and hit. So if we hit Karis, we become vulnerable to just the -2 and then the trade. So actually we're going to hit here. Shrink them down. The mistake there was now the Yoda flip is not activated. I forgot. Okay. So I think what I'll do here is give their Sentinel and play out our Captain Rex. And see if they decide to trade. This does leave Sunfrosty and Galen Urso down. We could have named Chirrut, taking the Sentinel offline. We did not, and so we'll have to play it out from here. We've resourced 2 2s. We put on bottom Owen. Even if we flip an Owen, I guess we can take an Owen. So let's do that. Okay, we are going to take out this so that it can't utilize its ability. We definitely could have sequenced that differently. If we had taken it out, we could have put Rey on top and taken out Chirrut. I'm not really sure what just happened. So now they're rethinking what they're doing. This is a little bit too far back to go because we've already revealed cards and done flips. This is just a ridiculous thing to do. But they already knew what this was, so now I just get rid of that. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Get my restore, see if they use the force. Okay. This is nice. We're going to keep everything in hand. Let's see what they're going to shrink down. and decided to leave. I don't think they had a path there. Odd game. Oh, this is fun. The other hot new deck, oh, they left, of the tournament was the Anakin Data Vault. We're actually going to be making a video on that one as well. That is an insane deck, for sure. Super powerful. It's too bad. I would like to play against it, get some reps there, but we're going to get a Thrawn Data Vault. I imagine this is going to be quite the tough matchup. Tarkintown Data Vault is always a big hill to climb, but we'll see what we can do here. And they get the Perishing, and we'll play Nemec. A great card against Thrawn. And I kind of like the space aspect here. We have the Sudden Ferocity underneath. Do we let them? I think we have them draw cards and we start to chip away. That's a lot of Owen Lars. Okay. So they're going to ramp up. That's good for them, not for us. We did not have a red card here, so this is actually going to be very beneficial for them. But let's see what we can get off of our ability. We'll hit base. We'll get another unit down so that we can maybe pour 7 damage in next turn. Depending on how things play out, we might also be able to set up a Rex flip. We could have done it here. That would have been okay, but let's see how this goes. Even better, right? We now have the Luke flip set up. Creditor's Claim lets you use the 3 or less remaining HP, so there's a decent chance that we will be able to skirt that. And what we're going to try and do here, now that we eliminated a unit, is put Luke on top. You're my only hope. Let's see if they kill off a unit so that we can get maximum ability from that. We may be able to kill Thrawn here. Should not be the worst thing. They do have Omen Barrage, so we will be able to take out the Krennic. Yeah. We'll go to base. We're getting closer. This is a good pull. This is going to be nice. The -2 draw isn't bad. So there's a head on resource, which is going to allow them to do things like Maul, which I don't love. So we'll play our Sentinel. And we'll pass here. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing here, but we will trade if it's an option. It is not. Okay. Give this a minus. I think there's an option where we give it another minus. They are extremely annoying. So we'll give it another minus. Let's see what we got. Still trying to draw array. We're unable to do so. And I think we're just going to take this out, lose this guy. Most likely we're going to end up getting powered. But I think that's just the risk. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm trying to think about what I want to name. You know what? Naming super laser tech would be fascinating. There's the ray, which we can do nothing with. Sure, sure. But we're definitely in a tough spot here. But we're working through it. The second overwhelming barrage, yep. So they're top decking well. Get a couple experience there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's get this guy out of here. Huh? We're going to name the CRO, take away the restore and the when defeated. CRO. Relief. There it is. CR90. Sorry. CR90. Get that out of here. Okay. Do not like the idea that activates Anakin, but is what it is. This will actually let us use Rey for the first time. Get some healing out. Okay. This could end up. Okay. Continue to try and keep the board clear. See what they're able to pull. Great. They can draw a card and get another Lothwolf. The Lothwolf can't really do anything. So we'll have them continue to filter through their deck. They have more top end. We have not seen a Luke yet, which is surprising, I would say. Yeah. It's very surprising, but we have yet to see a Luke this game. And that's how it goes. Jeez. Whew. So all 3 Lukes are in the bottom 17 cards of the deck. I'm sorry, there's 1. So 2 Lukes. This is disgusting to have here. Yep. We'll get our damage in before they, gloriate or something to get their own draw. We will see what's on top. It's a Galen Urso. Put that on top. We'll go 3 to base. I don't know, we'll name Maul. Just Maul, is that what he's called? He's just called Maul. We'll name Maul. Taking away some ambush. And I think now we're just going to try and swing hard to base. This will do 9. We might swing with the Yoda first to get the restore and the hit points in. Okay. So if we think about this, right, the Galen could hit for 6. So we can put this on top. When we swing with Owen, so if I swing with Owen, I can draw the ray, trigger damage, here, and then this hits for enough. And GG's to our opponent. Kind of a crazy game, right? We're able to use a double aggressive negotiation to finish the game with the ray set up to get just enough, and GG's to our opponent. Fun back and forth, and we go again. Some great matchups, I think, for Yoda so far. We're having fun with it. It's a lot going on, so you really have to think about it. I'm probably not talking as much as I do in some of the other videos, but I'm trying to process. Okay, so horrible start here. Just because we might need to push damage faster because we don't have a 2-drop. I think we'll go like this. Not ideal at all what's happening. Yeah, this is rough. I guess we shouldn't have... The other one we didn't have a 1-drop at all, so kind of doing what we can. But we are in serious jeopardy of aggressive negotiations. Plus they have all the healing, or I'm sorry, of Unity of Purpose, and they have all their healing going. Not feeling great about that, except this is going to have to name Unity of Purpose, so something for us to watch out for. They do have enough out there to kill it right now, so we're not going to do that yet. Horrible start for us. So we're just trying to see if we can make something happen here. Some nice cards on their side. This Luke's not going to come out. So we're just going to start to kill units and hope that we top deck something. And I think we lost. I don't think there's anything we can do. And I think we knew that with the start that we had. We didn't have anything on the ground. We didn't have a first turn play. I think that's just how this game goes, right? Because any of these kill us now. Yeah, that's GG's. All right, so there's our first loss. Yes, if you don't draw a first turn or any ground units, and or no second turn, I guess in that case, it's going to be very, very difficult to win. But it looks like we're going to get a rematch, and we have some first turn cards, so I guess we'll keep this one and see what happens. We will play 3PO and say 5 and see if we get it. I'll take that. Alright, so we will be able to set that up if something happens. There's Leia to tap, I'm guessing. Yeah, so let's get this out. And we'll claim here. So we are working on setting this up. That's not a bad card either. So I want to think about what we want here. I want units gone, right? So there's a unit gone. That's going to set up our ability to Ray. And then we still have Tarkintown on Bale. So actually first we'll take that out. We're just trying to maximize right now. So we'll put this on top. They got a second Leia. Because why not? Okay. Because why not? So I think they go... I'm not sure what they do here. Did they go Leia in? They go Akbar. Okay. They go Akbar. 3PO? No. We might end up playing the Ray here. We don't really have a lot of options. What do we say? 5? And we're just eliminating units right now. I think they got us, right? Because they're going to unity purpose. We just could not. So we just have to do this. We have to get rid of stuff. We have the card we need to stop it. We drew it too late. That's kind of it, right? So here, I think we aggressive negotiation, 8 into the token. I don't know, we say 5 again. I don't think it's going to do anything. It does not. And we lose. So they got us twice. Highly problematic deck. What could we do? Good job to them. It was just too much for us and got us. So doing well outside of the Mon Mothma aggressive negotiation. Rough games. The first one I get. The second one, I have to go look some more. I'm sure there's different draws I would need to be competitive there. We are okay. This isn't bad. They're going to go space. Nothing's going to get too big. This could be helpful. We'll put this under and see if we need it when Yoda deploys. If we get there, right? So these are both just out of range, which stinks for this. But let's see what happens. We'll hit base. They're going to tap one, which would... Oh, no, they're going to spark. Okay. And I do that just to delay, because what I want them to do is make a token. There we go. That's all I wanted. So I could draw a card. I have no play this turn, and this game is going great. So these last couple games have not been great, obviously. Really nothing for me to do. And they're about to get pretty wide in space. And I'm basically stuck. Some fun games in there. Saw what the deck can do. Seeing in this scenario with where the deck can struggle. Second spark. So they're picking our hand apart a little bit, and we just have to claim. So we continue to struggle here. They throw the Anakin on. I don't know if it's staying on there. That's definitely something they can start to bounce around. They choose not to. I think in this case, we just have to kill that off. It's going to be too much for us. It will make us kill off this one. We can show this. And I think it's still GG's to our opponent. Yeah. I mean, there was a chance there we draw Ray and do something with it, but I think here we're just done. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Queen. Darn. We tried our best, but I think these go wide fast decks are just running us over, right? And GG's to our opponent.
Hello there.
Another space deck. Let's see how this one goes. Hopefully, better result. We haven't really been able to use our Tarkintown too much. I do think that can go. Yeah, we just need to make sure we have stuff to play based on what's been happening. So this dies a Daring Raid. This dies here, so we can test these out. I think this is also a good card here, so we'll probably get that out first. Yeah. So we'll take that out. We'll see what we can draw off Yoda. Not what we needed. That is a good sign for us. Them getting the shuttle out is really a great card for us here. I think what we'll do is, oh, they just quit. Okay, so they, I guess this, what I was thinking about is I can tack into the shuttle, give this minus, kill this, and then give this -2 to kill this. But we did not get there. I think that Jedi Starfighter must have disrupted what they were thinking a little bit too much. So we'll jump into our next game. And another, I think, popular deck going around. I know there's a few videos. A little different than our Bale Red, but is the Bale manufacturer. And let's see if our fate is similar to running into Mon Mothma, where they're able to go wide. We do have a Unity of Purpose answer here. So we will see what happens, where we can at least have that. We can also turn off Droid Manufacturer, which is not the worst thing. We can think about different plot cards that maybe we want to turn off as well. Okay. I don't think we're going to be hitting that. I think the play will be Daring Raid, Tarkintown, and the Jedi Starfighter. And I do think next turn, putting Gale out and showing Droid Manufacturer to stop those from showing up is probably the right play. And we'll just keep trying to keep their units off the board. Well, let's see if they get Bale out first. If they do that, I think that might change it for us. We might need to save it for Unity of Purpose. But either way, a little complex. I think they're deciding whether to attack or flip first. They decide to flip first. Not great for us. Unveiled Might. Okay. They played the Unveiled Might. Looks like they're just going to take this out with the Bale. Surprised to see them eliminating units. But here we go. All right, so we have to be very careful about our sequencing here. We do not want them to end up with a bunch of units in the initiative. They go command. Okay. So I think here we're going to bring this out. Are they taking out the Jedi Starfighter? No, they're bringing something back. Oh no, they took it out. Okay. That's not what I meant. Cancel. Whatever. That's not what I meant. Damn it. That was an accident. They can go ahead again. Yep. She could cancel the request. I did not mean to do that. Sure. Okay. Maybe they're going to trade out again here. I don't know. Yeah, that makes more sense. Make me trade out, which we will do. Means they cannot deploy here. Then we're getting closer to our flip and some stability, which is great. We could say Unity. We could say Naboo Starfighter. I think saying droid manufacturer is super interesting. There's the Naboo Starfighter. Let's turn the base off. Okay, so when we flip here, we will be able to kill this. We could set up a flip. Let's see what else they play. Definitely a lot of options. This is the first time I think in a few games we'll be able to get to the Yoda deploy. So we need to make sure we make the most of it. Thinking about what we have underneath. All right, so we definitely want some kind of 4-drop, which we don't have in hand. We have a couple in our pile here, but we haven't seen a lot of them, so there is a chance. So even if we reveal Rey here, we can't really utilize it. Okay, so here comes the Bail. We will miss out on that. But we're flipping no matter what. I think we don't have a choice. We'll trigger. We did get it. Okay. So that was big. And then we will shrink this down. And kill the Bail. Kill there. And we'll pass. So this is a much better spot for us now. We have some restore online. We have Luke coming in. Getting that Luke off the top was very lucky. I don't know that we have a chance otherwise. Oh, we still would have been able to shrink down and kill the Bail, but I think everything else. And they claim here? That can't be good. So they didn't have a lot of choices because of needing to discard 2, which would have been their whole hand. And now we are way in control. So on the Yoda flip, hitting the right card immediately turns the game, and now I don't know that they can come back. Turning off droid manufacturing over Naboo Starfighter, I guess, ended up being the right thing. They just don't have units they can put out. So let's see what happens from here. We should have lethal. Okay. They're going to play that. So we'll shrink it down so that we can kill it in one shot. And we'll try and do a where we tack Karis in so we get that unit back. So I think that'll be the most efficient. Okay. Sure. So they're doing a lot of healing here. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I understand what they're trying to do. We still have 3, 10, so close, but we're going to get it in the end. And GG's to our opponent. Okay, I think that's it for today for Yoda Tarkintown. Super interesting deck. These super wide ones on the hero green side got away from us. Akbar really, we didn't have any answers for. And then the Mon Mothma both times. One time with a poor draw, one time with not a poor draw. And either way, they were able to get wider on us. Get their Unity of Purpose off. We survived that round, but we couldn't survive another. I don't know that we get to utilize Tarkintown because we ended up in space. So tough matchups there. And then the Akbar, when we wanted to be in space, we did not. But overall, I think in these mid-range battles, we did see a lot of back and forth and ultimately able to capture it. and got a lot of use out of the various cards. I think Galen came in clutch, turning off the droid manufacturer, and in some other matchups, the aggressive negotiations won us a game. Sudden ferocity coming out on Yoda was powerful. You're my only hope into a Luke. A couple of different times, and the Rays, I think we got decent value. We didn't see him as much as we'd like, and the Rex was okay. So I think definitely something you can play around with. But what a great deck, and what an amazing team to sit there and build and figure this out, and we get to take advantage of it. So I hope everyone enjoyed us testing this. We're going to test the Anakin Data Vault next as we get ready for PQ season, and I hope you're enjoying our videos. Please like, subscribe, leave comments. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.